Alright, kind of an other stuff kind of video. Yeah, there's been little this and that's of other stuff that's been going on. And I figured it was worth talking about, I think. You know, some of it, it's not worth a video, so I'm just going to throw a bunch of this stuff together. And the only thing to decide is in what order. Karina did make a video on, this, some sort of British law where you have to be registered if you're a female and you get piercings on your privates, your genitalia. Yeah, it sounds kind of wacky and stupid, but whatever. I don't know. I don't know if it really matters. Be a registered. I don't know. I'd like to be registered for things, stupid things, outstanding things. People who make videos swimming underwater. I'd like to be a registered offender. Anyway, but it doesn't matter. Whatever. Yes. Then Carrie McCarpet, the lovely and such, did this video on the, there was a result in this Australian case, and I don't really want to get into all the details because that's sort of a pain in the ass, but it's sort of related to the skeptical heretic who's posted a video by this stupid jerk and other jerks, and for I don't know what reason, who hasn't made a video in forever. But anyway, so the Carrie McCarpet video was basically just on the subject of this. There was this battle between two diet kind of people, vegan, healthy versus just starve yourself, get thin, wear a bikini, look good. Yeah, the one said the other slandered the other one, right? The vegan guy slandered the poor, whatever, starve yourself thin diet plan. And all he did was, I saw the videos, he basically just said $115, this is bullshit. Any idiot can think of starving yourself. That's not much of a plan. And we know how well that doesn't work, because, yeah, people do it and then they get, bad again. So it's not really a lifestyle thing. You want to do the lifestyle thing. Anyway, so all that makes sense, blah, blah. Well, anyway, so it really was, it wouldn't even come close to slander in America, but slander in America, or libel, has to be this thing where you maliciously lie. So first you have to know what you're saying isn't the truth, and then you have to have the intent to hurt the other person. And so by that standard, there's no way they could even come close. Well, anyway, there was a settlement, which is always kind of lame. And so the guy who was the guy who was guilty, essentially, was kind of an arrogant guy, and he just kind of pussied out for the settlement, and so that was sort of disappointing because, he pussied out. So anyway, he did a video apologizing backwardly that was quite hilarious, so I'll post a link to that, where he's just, basically mocking the whole idea of apologizing. And it's almost like this idea that it's almost a good video strategy, just to make videos from the alternative perspective and just talk about how stupid and silly they sound just by exaggerating the tiniest bit. I mean, just a tiny bit of exaggeration and just make it sound so stupid. I mean, just change God into a unicorn and then make a video talking about how the unicorn is the word and knows what it's doing and the unicorn loves you, and that, and you just look, But anyway, so anyway, it gets to this whole legal thing. And it's just like you're saying, okay, I can understand a guy copping out just because the legal systems are so broken that, yeah, you can't trust them. You don't know what the fuck they're going to do. What kind of wacky crap is going to come down. But I guess on the pussy side, I'd say is that he has enough popularity that if he got screwed, it would be national news, and there'd be a whole outcry, and it'd be good PR and all that shit, and he could certainly raise the money to take care of any fine or penalty. So he should have gone for it, in my opinion. Really, it's just no. I don't think they'd have any problem. In my opinion, even though I don't know Australian law, I just know it can't be that ludicrous. It can be ludicrous, but it can't be that bad. So anyway, but our law is suck because the courts suck, and so that sort of gets to the skeptical heretic who's a douchebag. So anyway, so let's talk about him for a minute. Alright, so he posted 3 videos here. Only one of them is showing, 2 of them are showing up in my thing here. So the first video, he spends, whatever it is, 6 days. I don't know, maybe it's only 15 minutes, but just, I couldn't watch it. Correcting a video he did in like 1947, talking about fucking encryption. So he's making corrections to videos he did a really long time ago on a subject nobody but Mr. Anus himself could give a fuck about. You're just like, okay. Why do people watch this guy's video? He thinks this is a intelligent thing to do. I mean, at minimum, if you want to write up some crap saying, gee, I'm so sorry, I was a little arrogant in thinking I knew what the fuck I was talking about on that particular issue, and this is really, blah, 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 and I misunderstood, and blah, blah, and I made a mistake. Write a little paragraph or two, post it someplace, put up a video, a 10-second video saying, link below to my apology and a correction. But to make a 15-minute video driveling on and on about this nonsense, sorry, I don't understand that. Seems stupid to me. Alright, well anyway, then on his channel he posts some douchebag's crappy audio video that's not even, so obnoxious to even listen to it. And he posts it for some reason. Like somehow it's fixed audio? Is it really? Sorry if that's fixed. Don't get fixed. Don't get fixed by whoever fixed that, because he does a shitty job of fixing. Because that's not even close to fixed. So anyway, that was a terrible, obnoxious waste of time. Mostly because this asshole doesn't even say anything. He just, I think I disagree with you, but I may disagree with you, but I think I do disagree with you entirely. But I'll get around to that when I feel like it's some other century, many, many millennia from now. I might actually make an actual specific point about some specific thing you said, but otherwise I think I'll just drone on and on about how I think I disagree with you entirely, or fundamentally, or partially, or at least in some manner whatsoever, kind of maybe. Mostly. I mostly disagree with you, mostly. I mean, just 7-8 minutes of that. Fuck in bad audio. So, strike two, skeptical heretic. Yes, having children makes people retarded. You're proving the theory. Yes. 2, fundamentally retarded videos. Just fundamentally. 2 strikes, right? Then strike 3 is El Guapo. The old, whatever his name is, Polly Prissy Pants, Whiny Canini, the whatever, Dickhead. Yeah, well anyway, I'll back up a little bit. So just so he has a whole video, has closed their YouTube account. This video is no longer available because the uploader has closed their YouTube account. Well, there is some even more news. How cool is that? Skeptical heretic closed his account. Let's go to that. We have to go see that. That's the truth. Look at that. He has closed his account. Okay, so I guess he realized, oh shit, I do have baby brain atosis. I'm a retard now, and I can't do videos anymore because I'm too fucking stupid. Alright, well anyway, so that sort of is news. But another colossal asshole, right? I mean, these are supposed to be people that are supposed to have some sort of, like, I'm sort of connected to reality. And look what he does to his audience, right? So he gets 2,744 views on his videos. He has these people who are invested in him, and this is how he treats them. Fuck you, I'm going home. What is that? Not even something close to, hi guys, baby retarded my brain, I snorted some poo and, it splashed up on my face and, I got the baby AIDS and I'm retarded and so I can't make videos anymore, so see ya. Nothing. This is how he treats you fuckers. You're too stupid to I told you that years ago. I told you he was an asshole. See? Why don't you people fucking listen? Oh, speaking of asshole, due in the morning. Oh. She's got skanky coming out of both ends. Anyway. So where was I? Well, that's just fucked up, right? So I wanted to get to this thing where he goes, oh, well, you think the Supreme Court is wrong? Well, suck it. They decide what's constitutional. And it was just so irritating because it's just this whole idea that, yeah, the Supreme Court is a mockery. I mean, the decisions it's made have been ludicrous. On the Pledge of Allegiance, the Pledge of Allegiance, it made the decision not to decide because know what it said? It said a father isn't able to defend his daughter's rights if he doesn't have custody. physical custody. If he doesn't have physical custody of his daughter, he's no longer apparently her father and can no longer protect her from violations in the world. And preposterously, that's what they did when they were asked a simple question. Is it fucking goddamn secular or consistent with a country that says religion isn't supposed to be controlling us as part of the law? Is it a violation to put this stupid promo God rhetoric crap on our money or force children to say it or do any of this bullshit? Can that possibly in any rational way be called anything other than creating a religious state when you allow the majority religion to write their religion on our public buildings? Haven't you violated a fundamental principle? Oh, of course you have. You can't be secular and then give majority religions the right to write their propaganda on every government wall available. And on our fucking money, for fuck's sake. So I was going to say, skeptical heretic, why are you posting the ramblings of some fucktard who thinks it's because suck it, the Supreme Court says so, it's constitutional for majority religious cunts to violate fundamental constitutional principles merely to propagandize in favor of their religion through government mechanisms. And to do it in this way, where he posts somebody else's video, where the guy says in the video, I'm not going to read your comments. I don't care what you say. I'll give you no options here. I'm just going to spout off and bitch, which he already did when he closed his fucking channel. So that was another stupid, now stop asking. Why did you close your channel? Oh, well, I think he closed his channel because he's a little whiny bitch, okay, that can dish it out but can't take it, right? In other words, he's a fucking cheater. Yeah. He wants to be able to kick people in the balls and then run away. And he wants a rule that says that nobody can catch me. Nobody can do the same to me. But he's hanging out with that whole class of internet troll. You know, the whole class of assholes who have been behind a whole bunch of crap that's going on in the internet with, you know, creating porn videos out of somebody's videos and all this other that's their game, right? They can't fight an honest fight. They can't win an honest argument. They can only win by, oh yeah, well we'll totally pwn this guy by, you know, having him suck a donkey's dick and shit. That's their brilliance. So anyway. This is kind of funny though. I have to admit, I'm a little bit, what the fuck? I mean, this is more erratic. I mean, he's got a worse case of the baby made me do it than I thought he had. I mean, he even has his professional microphone. What are you going to do with your professional microphone? And give it to the baby to, you know, bang on the wall, I suppose. Corrections for mistakes made in the following videos. And there's only one video listed. See, this is the kind of thing that happens to your brain. I mean, videos, and there's only one video left listed. You know, that's the kind of thing. Those are the kind of, oh, yeah, you don't work anymore, do you? You're fucked. It's like dirty underwear over there or something. Is there socks? He's a big white t-shirt and sock kind of guy. Anyway. Well, it is strange. I mean, it's just fucking bizarre. Yeah, I just don't get it. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get how? Why would you just close the account? Why would you do that? No, that just check. Yeah, it's all gone. Anyway, Bozar. Yes, Bozar. That's what I'll say to that. Bozar. Okay, so enough of that. I might as well get out of there. So, well, at least this video's shorter because, yeah, I got nothing. There's nothing here. So anyway, so I guess we'll have to go back to Puro then, I guess, right? Oh, dear. Yeah, he made some kind of silly... illusions do exist. Think about it. And what he's calling an illusion now are properties. I don't know. So he made it wasn't even a comprehensive video, so we wouldn't bother watching it because it didn't make any sense anyway. But he's basically saying that properties, you know, the things that we are, like, I am 678 times bigger than this bottle, volume-wise. Facts like that, they're illusions. they're not really the truth. Yeah, that's basically, so that's how illusions can exist, is that he turns material facts, actual facts, definite facts, he calls them illusions, and therefore he can say illusions exist because, see, it does exist. It's kind of silly, right? Yeah, it is very silly. So anyway, I'm just stuck here now, right? I'm just totally fucked. Do I have anything else to say? So anyway, the Darian Ryder video, I'll play a little of that just because it was funny. It wasn't funny, like, haha, the funniest thing ever, but the guy does have a personality and all that kind of crap, so, I mean, and, so it was, a little bit funny. But he's also a wuss and a pussy. So, that's all sort of, I don't like advertisements much. Especially when you're a pussy. You don't deserve any YouTube money when you're a pussy.
So I had a question. During it seems like you just criticize people who make money off handbag-wearing basic bitches and bicep mirror-worshipping soldier wannabes. It seems you just criticize...
Yeah, he's Australian. I forgot to warn you about that. Yeah, so he doesn't really speak English, but, anyway, it was funny.
Two types of individuals.
I'll jump ahead.
Male dicks in the fence.
So, where it just talks about drinking a fat milkshake and, get yourself some...
Carbohydrates the morning of the marathon, but otherwise, carbohydrates are strictly for Olympic marathoners on race day only. Unless you're Olympic standard, running maybe sub 220, sub 230 for women, then I would not recommend it, like I previously said. Also, Jamie Oliver, outstanding person in the community, recently did a Change.org petition saying let's create awareness of obesity, and Jamie's food at his restaurants he serves, all the veal and the chicken and the steak, the big steaks and the oil and the greasy, fatty food that Jamie Oliver serves in his Jamie's Italian restaurants is actually, in my opinion, very, very healthy and very good at slimming down a nation. And I don't feel that...
Yeah, so in his opinion. So I like that he's doing this thing where he's just basically saying, like, what, is this what the court is saying I have to do? I can't express my honest opinion. Instead, I'll lie. And so if I lie about what I think, that's legal, right? But if I tell the truth about what I think about somebody else, that's not legal. And that's what this stupid court made happen, because the court basically told this guy, well, look, if you lose the case, you're going to have to pay for her lawyer. I think that's what happened, right? So why should somebody who's in court have to pay the asshole's legal fees? You're only supposed to be paying for your damages. That's, this is kind of bullshit, right? Why don't we add that on to prisoners then? So why don't we tell people who are in jail for a crime that if they force us to hire prosecutors to convict them, and they don't just admit they're guilty, that we'll make them go to work after they get out of prison and give us all the money to pay for the prosecutors to convict them. Would that be an honest or decent legal system? Would that be a fair cop kind of thing to do? To say, well, look, it cost us $1 million to convict you of murder, and you have to pay us back. And if you can't pay us back, you have to go to jail. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's a win, isn't it? So if that's Australia's legal system, Australia is fucking retarded. It's already retarded for a lot of reasons, tell you the fucking truth. They're all fucking lunatics over there, just about, except for like that community channel chick. She's, kind of hot and all. But everybody else is just kind of crazy. But, I mean, that's just fucked-hearted. If that's their legal system, they're fucked-hearted. And I think we're catching some of it, to tell you the truth, because I think we have laws like that now. You can't even fight a ticket anymore because the court will charge you for fighting the ticket. So even if you win, they're going to charge you to fight the ticket. I mean, that's how bad the systems all are. I mean, you fuckers got to grow up and figure out there's some evil in this world, and it's called rich fuckers. All right? And we got to pass a law against them because they're fucking us every day in all kinds of insidious and disgusting ways. And you people got to realize that Obama ain't on your side. We got to fucking make another party here because these Democrats have sold us down the fucking goddamn river. So yeah, if it has to be a two-party system, well, we got to get rid of the Democratic Party because they can't be number two no more. Okay, we need a bigger, badder piece of shit to run against those other fuckers. Anyway, that's a little political commentary. Boy, yeah, that's just, that is an ass. I must say, charming. That is just horrible. It's molesting a fat person. Is that what's happening there? I think that's what's happening there. It's bad touch there. Anyway. I mean, these people would never get obese like this if it wasn't for these enablers. I don't know what these it's feeding or, I mean, it's these enablers are such a problem. You know, if these people that get extremely, incredibly obese, yeah, if they didn't have like people that are sitting there feeding them, you know, they wouldn't be able to get all fat like that. So I don't know what, you know, it's 50-50 kind of problem. I mean, these little ants around these people are part of the problem. So anyway, I did want to make a comment on this whole, you know, I'm a little disappointed in the vegan thing turning into all this body bikini crap, because that's a little bit annoying. And I sort of think that it really doesn't make a difference. You know, I think it's vegan's more healthy and all that kind of stuff. I think that's true. I think you will look better, probably, and all that other crap. But generally speaking, I think I still would have looked the same whether I was vegan or not vegan. I just, you know, there's people who care about being, you know, physically fit and all that crap, and people who don't. I mean, there's people who, hey, I'm 30 pounds overweight, who cares? And there's people who's like, I'm 5 pounds overweight, and it's disgusting. And that's just the way the world is. Right? Yeah, I think that's the way it is. So, something like that anyway. I mean, I just don't think I'm the kind of person to get fat, you know, unless my dick goes limp and shit, and then I won't care. But I'm just saying, you know, until then, yeah. It's something like that anyway. Pretty much. Anyway, so there's nothing else to say. But yeah, you're a pussy, but yeah, you are funny. He has a video where he has like a spider in his mouth. You know, he's talking about don't go to sleep. So the spider crawls out of his mouth and walks across his head and shit. Kind of funny. So anyway, I mean, he does do a little bit of, he puts a little, well, he doesn't put much effort into his videos, but I'm just saying he does have kind of a personality thing, sort of. But you have to be into this whole vegan nutrition-y thingy, which, you know, I just couldn't give a rat's ass. It's about not harming animals, and I don't really care what you eat. Well, I do care. I mean, I'm just basically saying I don't care whether you're, you know how to do. But I'm just saying, I mean, your body is, like, the guy is basically right, alright? Your body doesn't need proteins and fat and all that shit. It doesn't need all that bullshit. It just, you know, it barely needs anything. And everything that it needs that it can't get from carbohydrates, cereals, grains, potatoes, simple shit, carbohydrate stuff, you just take a pill and you got it. It's not that complicated. Anyway. But unlike these guys, I mean, I wouldn't eat 10,000 calories of raw food and just shit most of it out. I wouldn't bother doing that. I mean, that just seems wasteful. Or something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily good for you either. This is kind of a rule, you know, the less you use your guts, the less chance your guts will wear out. Yeah, something like that. So the less crap you push through the pipe, the longer the pipe will last. Something like that. Anyway. But yeah, it's not stuff that's terribly important when we're facing doom and gloom and horror and all that. Yeah. So I'm just seeing if I'm just doing a general inspection to see if I've missed anything. I don't think so. So anyway, just a general, whatever, extra junk video. Junk about stuff other than the usual junk. Sort of. I should mention, Flora. I did a couple of videos. She did one on, the sex thing, which is kind of weird. How to prevent yourself getting involved and protect yourself from love, and it's kind of funny. It's but I mean, this is the syndrome for people that. Well, I mean, you just can't. There's circumstantially, it's not like men, can do much about that kind of stuff, because it's not all that. It is Well, never mind. I might just do this Venus-Mars thing. Yes, I understand. Well, I really don't understand. I just say I understand because whatever. He just yells at me. So I just say, so that's sort of like what men do in relation. You know, the woman's so blah, 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 blah. And the man just goes, yes, yes, yeah, I'll get to that tomorrow. Yes, right away. Didn't hear a thing. Life is just pitiful and horrible. Evil and nasty. Disgusting and rude. And gross. It's gross. So anyway. So until next time. So I guess there's news. The skeptical heretic has closed his channel. What does it mean? It means he always was lame and now he's lamer. Yeah, that's it. He's too lame to have a personality anymore and to say anything meaningful ever again. Because, yeah, he's a natal nut. Yeah, his neurons have been natalized into, what? Where am I? What? Do I smell baby poo? I think it's stuck in my nose. Yeah, forever. It is one of those kind of smells, like dead, rotting corpses. You know, the old baby poo. It'll just stay in your, like, it's like something like oily stink. It'll go inside your brain, stay there forever. Come on. Come on, this is not your seat. Your seat is over here. See, he doesn't like to stay in his goddamn chair. I mean, I patted it. I got 4 inches of padding, 4 inches of foot, and he's still staying in his fucking chair. Just keeps taking, just wants anything that's mine, right? Just taking my shit. Fucking cats. They are thieves by nature, so you just can't, nothing you can do about it. Probably, mostly. Anyway, this is way over. Yeah, it's overly useless. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, it's probably overly useless. So till the next time and such. Yeah, I am putting I'm just using this unfree will toolbar for now, where I'm just posting links to the MP3s there. So they are in the unfree will toolbar, if you remember the video from the past about that. I mean, it's on this all thingy, that you either know where it is or you don't. I mean, I've been posting a link to it for 5 years. But anyway, so these are all just MP3 links to the videos as I make them. And, there is the RSS feed that also has them as links. So anyway, so I'll try to keep that up and be responsible and stuff. But yeah, thank you. Somebody posted the Darian Ryder video on the link bar, and that's where I found it. And then, I took the link away now that I've gotten it. And, but very good. Thank you for using it appropriately. I mean, I didn't want you to think I deleted it because it wasn't appropriate. It was perfectly appropriate and very good. Thank you. I just delete that kind of stuff. I just let it sit there for, a certain amount of hours and then I'll delete it. But very good. Excellent. Thank you. So until next time.